It is a pretty hot late summer afternoon here in the South Bay as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 20.
For their first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. Come this way. Here we go. 58 to Mike. 58. 12. Check pass. 58 to Mike.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
20-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play?
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And Deebo Samuel's another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch. And he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he'd become WR1 for the 49ers. And now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more looks. Look for him to catch the ball downfield and also take it out of the backfield.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and
2. He can run for it, and he will. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Cardinals nothing. Robbie Gould kicking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Shotgun now from Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Murray. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Murray letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, 29 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Ties the game.
Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and goal.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
49ers 7.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Robbie Gould to kick
so
off.
Not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This is taken around the 12. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Garoppolo, open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
George Kittle's easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Raheem Mostert.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now it's 2nd and 9.
White. Let's go. You tighten up. 16. Yeah. Mike, 58 right there. You better bring it.
To throw is Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down.
At the 1-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here we go. 180. Push him back.
They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
The kick is good.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute drag meet so far, and fun to watch. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
47-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45.
Intercepted by the Cardinals.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This one caught by Isabella. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
16 yards. First down, Cardinals.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run it, Freeman. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
At the 9-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Murray going to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, 49ers 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Freeman again. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Devontae Freeman. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cardinals 35, 49ers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
14-yard line.
Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 24.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
George Kittle.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Jordan Hicks.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
11. Check right, 54.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all,
and across the goal line into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are back within a score. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Good. Makes the score Cardinals 35, 49ers 28.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. 49ers. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
They kick off for San Francisco.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Murray trying again after the pick 6. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 49ers' 18-yard line.
Here's Murray. Steps away to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Cardinals 42, 49ers 35.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The ball carrier.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Stepping, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider safe.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, Murray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
49er. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Garoppolo to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
No sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
At 42-all. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if in it.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
48 to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
58, right over there. 58, right there. 19 tight. Gun. 58, Mike.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Murray now on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of
back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And able to find Kirk complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
I'm ready to take over, baby. Stang, don't.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Albrecht Rosas on for the field goal.
Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
That drive took them inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold them to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal.